When did you start playing basketball?
I started playing basketball 2008. 5 years, 5.5 years.
What is your goal for your career?
I want to be NBA player.
Already has a Hall of Fame-like resume at only 26 years old. The current Finals MVP has accomplished things that has never been done so previously in NBA history. But prior to that, he wasn't even a highly touted prospect coming out of Greece back in 2013 when he was selected with the 15th overall pick by the Milwaukee Bucks. But prior to that, he did not even start playing basketball until he was 13, just 5 years prior to before he was eventually drafted in 2013. And growing up, life wasn't easy for Giannis. He did not have a stable home, having to be evicted from house to house, being homeless from time to time. Growing up, Giannis had to get a job at a young age since the family did not have a stable income, as he and his older brother Thanasis was selling items in the city streets of Greece. And they were not even citizens until he became 18. And at the time when he was 13, he was spotted by a veteran, a local basketball coach that saw the potential of Giannis due to his physical traits. And that's when he began taking basketball very seriously, along with his older brother, as 3 years later, Giannis and Thanasis began playing high-level basketball in Greece. Now, still at the time, joining a relatively weak draft class in 2013, Giannis was still overlooked among most teams until the Milwaukee Bucks decided to take a chance on the young 18-year-old out of Greece. Now, to begin his career, things weren't easy for Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks. Among his first year in the league back in 2013 and the 14th season, Giannis averaged less than 7 points per game. And as a team, the Milwaukee Bucks had a total record of 89 wins versus 157 losses with Giannis on the team within his first 3 years in the league. But then things begin to change. 2017, he made his first All-Star appearance and won Most Improved Player award. 2018, he continued to make progress, and 2019, he officially won his first MVP award, made first team All-NBA and first team All-Defense. The Bucks eventually made it to the conference finals before being defeated by the eventual champs Toronto Raptors, and the following year they repeated the same success with Giannis leading the way, but this time they ended up getting eliminated in the first round by the Miami Heat within 5 games, and this led to concerns as to whether or not Giannis should stay with the team, as then rumors began to swirl around as to whether or not he would stay with them or go to a team like the Miami Heat or the Golden State Warriors, but he decided to sign the Supermax extension that would keep him in Milwaukee for an additional 5 years. That cost him over an additional $250 million in which he would receive. And there was doubt as to whether or not this would pay off long term. There were concerns as to whether or not the roster was good enough, the coaching staff, whether it was good enough, and they decided to make some roster changes by adding in a guy like Jrue Holiday, keeping Mike Budenholzer as head coach, and eventually paid off with the team winning an NBA title, Giannis getting his first ring, and winning Finals MVP along the way. And it wasn't an easy route. He still had to overcome some adversity, suffering a knee injury, specifically a hyperextended knee injury that would probably keep him out within a couple weeks if it was the regular season, but he only was out for a couple of games before returning just in time for the NBA Finals, as there were concerns as to whether or not he would play in Game 1. He did, and from then on out, he went on to have one of the more dominating performances in NBA history for a guy that made the NBA Finals for the first time in his career. Now, this led to the eventual question: can Giannis be the greatest player of all time? Now, this is obviously a controversial take, but given the fact that he has accomplished so many accolades within his career and is only 26 years old, Giannis does have a legit shot at becoming an all-time great, and not just any old all-time great. We're talking about the greatest player of all time. Now, let's do a quick comparison between two players that are known for being considered as arguably the greatest player of all time, which is LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Now, both LeBron and Giannis both came into the league at the age of 18, whereas Michael Jordan entered in the league at the age of 21 years old. So there will be some slight differences, but here we go. By the time he turned 26 years old, Michael Jordan was a 5-time All-Star, 1-time MVP, 0 rings, 0 Finals MVP. LeBron James was a 7-time All-Star, 2-time MVP, 0 rings, 0 Finals MVP. As for Giannis, he was also a 5-time All-Star, a 2-time MVP, 5-time All-NBA, 3-time First Team, 3-time All-Defense First Team, Defensive Player of the Year, and also won Most Improved Player. all by 26 years old. Now the big question will be, can his playstyle adapt by the time he gets older? And as for now, that has yet to be seen. But as of right now, Giannis already has a Hall of Fame-like resume. He's only one of 2 power forwards to win Finals MVP and MVP multiple times. And the only other player that has done so is Tim Duncan. The man already has a Mamba-like mentality. When Kobe Bryant has informed him as to what he should accomplish next, it was MVP. He did so multiple times, and later on, Kobe Bryant then requested him to win a championship, and he accomplished the feat once again. The man has a great mentality and stayed loyal to the city that raised him in the league, and it paid off big time. Now, I'm not saying he is the greatest player of all time, but he does have a shot at doing so when it's all said and done. That's all for now, you guys. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with others, as I will see you guys next time.